What's up, everyone? Mike the Hobbyist here, and welcome to the first episode of the Shop series. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to call it, but first episode of the Shop series. Basically, it's where I'm working on cars, trucks, you name it, mechanical car stuff. Today, I've got a very interesting video for you because today I've got a Sentra in here that belongs to a friend of mine. You've seen it before when I replaced the catalytic converter. This time his motor mounts are out and it's causing a whole bunch of noise and he wanted them replaced, so that's what we're doing today. For those of you that are wondering, the mounts that we're going to be working on, one is here. This is the worst one by far, just because it moves around so much. This one we're going to replace as well. It shakes a little bit, but like not a whole lot, but I'm replacing it because I don't know exactly how much stress it's had on it. And then the other one is this lad right here. This is the torque strut I was talking about. Yeah, there should be a whole bunch of like rubber right here that's not there. So yep, that's what we're going to be doing, so stay tuned. Okay, so to get the first one out, we've got two bolts. So we're going to get this bolt out right here. We're going to get this bolt out right here. And once we get that out, this whole assembly should sort of just wiggle out of there. It's kind of really messed up, so I'm not expecting it to be too hard to get out. So, alright, so we got the two bolts out, and look just how loose this thing is. So let's see if I can get this out with one hand. Oh man, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's cracked like all the way through there. Almost got it. There it goes. Oh boy. You can actually see right here where it's been rubbing on the frame. It's been, I'd say this has been out for quite some time, unfortunately. Oh man, look at that. That's what the other side looks like. I am probably going to have to take this bracket out, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out with it in there. Chunk of rubber. Nice. Yep, this bracket's gonna have to come off, which is annoying because there's a couple bolts down in here that we kind of have to get to. I've got the whole front end of the car off. You don't really have to do this. You can do it with pretty much everything on except for like the battery and the cover and stuff. But I took everything out because I was doing some other work. And yep, so we got a bolt here, we got a bolt here, and then there's a bolt right here that we're going to have to take out. So the bolt right here and this thing will just come right on off. There might be a bolt, yeah, there's a bolt right here too. It's going to be a bit of annoying to get to. Yeah, there's a bolt right here. It's going to be annoying to get to. Yeah, I'm going to get this out and then get it pressed. All right, guys, so it's the next weekend. Made a little bit of a boo-boo, not gonna lie. I was trying to get the old mounts out, and that didn't go well because I don't have a press right now. I'm gonna have to go invest in one apparently, because the old one broke. Yeah, broke the old mount. So gotta do it now. So let me flip you around real quick. So yeah, so this is a new guy. This is the piece that broke off the old one right here. Don't mind the chisel, it was completely unrelated. If you look right here though, you can see where it had started wearing down on the surface of the metal. It's actually a good bit thinner at that spot than it is at other places. And same thing on the other side. So if you take a look right here, you can see where it's been really wearing at the metal. So probably needed a new bracket anyway. So I've got a friend coming over. He's going to help me out. He wants to learn how to work on cars too. So when he gets here, I'll get back with you and we'll start throwing in that motor mount, or the transmission mount actually, and then we'll be getting to the actual motor mount. I did already replace the torque strut. It really wasn't that hard. It's just a couple bolts. I have an impact, so these bolts came out relatively easily, but you might want to get a breaker bar if you don't have your tools. Just lift it up to where it should be kind of neutral with like a jack or something. And I took the top bolt out because it's already broke free. So this is what the old one looked like. So this is the top bolt. So I took it out. Yeah. So I took the top bolt out, and then the bottom bolt, just to make sure that maybe there wasn't something like barely like hanging on and made things difficult. But the new one was pretty on. So the way I got the new one on, I actually put the top bolt in first, because that's the one that's like bushing, like is sprung with rubber, and then the bottom one I just raised or lowered the jack to fit this one in place, and then got it all down. And I haven't torqued it yet, just because I want to torque everything at once, but we'll get there eventually. So that's all for the time being. Once my friend gets here, I'll get back with you and go over on how to install this motor mount. My buddy's here, there he is. So we're going to go ahead and get this transmission mount in. So we got it right here. It's a little finicky to get in. So you guys can see the bolt holes that we have to actually get to. They're not exactly the easiest, especially the two in the front here. So I'm going to throw this in, get the bolts in, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, got that bad light in. Get this out of the way. Like I said, this bolt right here is a bit of a pain to get to. We got them all tightened down. So the transmission engine is being suspended by the mount now, and if I try to shake it, it does not want to shake at all. But this motor mount, it's a bit of a different story. It wiggles a little bit more than I would be comfortable with. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out, just because it has had a lot more stress with the transmission mount being out. Before I could do that, I gotta get the front support in that I took out to get better access to that mount. Look how shiny that is. And yeah, once I get all this back together, start taking the mount out. And all right, so we've got the transmission mount in, as long as with the ECU, TCU, which I'm assuming it's the ECU and TCU. Everything plugged back in, got it ready, mostly ready for the battery. But before we go over there, we're going to take a look at this other motor mount. It shakes a bit still, with even everything all back together. So we're going to yank this out. We've got a new one anyways, just in case. So there's 4 bolts on the engine side. There's 2 on top, and then there's 1 right here along with the ground. And then if you can kind of get back in here, see the other guy. So if you have air tools, I would use those. That's what I'll be using. If not, good luck. Some of these can be kind of stiff. And then on the car side, we've just got this little tie down bracket, as long as with the 3 actual main bolts. So I'm going to get my jack in place, and we're going to put some up pressure around the oil pan, and we're going to take these off and let the engine loose, and then we're going to take off the car side. Alright guys, so I got the motor mount out, as you can see, but I also had to remove the coolant tank reservoir. It's really simple. Right here there's like a nut. So what size was that? 10 millimeter. Good luck finding your 10 millimeter, but if you can find it, it's just the nut right here. And then the line, it's just got a little clamp on it, easy to pull off. You get that out and the mount slides over this way. So would you grab me the new mount?
Yep.
All right, so here's the new mount, guys. So literally just slides in like that. So it slides in just like this, and it'll just kind of fall into place. This one feels a lot sturdier, so I'm glad that we replaced it. So I'm going to get these bolts in and get everything torqued down. Got this motor mount in. It did take a few tries and a few broken mounts. I replaced these bolts too because I had some troubles getting the threads to get fixed. So I just replaced them. It's easier that way. The reason I was having so many problems with this mount is because this new one, and you guys might have this, so this mount is from O'Reilly's. And this bolt, you can't really see it very well. I'll show you what I did. This one right here is like just a tiny bit too short. So the rest of them are fine though. The rest of them fit just fine. I gotta note to self tighten that bolt. I got all of the main bolts torqued down. Apparently I missed this one. So I couldn't really find anything I couldn't really find anything as far as like torque wise goes. So I basically just tightened them down until I got it snug, and then I went and got my torque wrench and I set it to that, and then once I got it set to click over, what I did was I adjusted it just a little bit higher. So this is about 44 foot-pounds. 44, 45 is where I torqued all of them down to. I got the rest of the I got the rest of the car back together. When I was taking this mount out, I had the headlights out and the bumper because I was on some other stuff. So if you guys are just trying to just replace this mount, to get this out, as I mentioned earlier, there's a nut right here, right? What I did is I just took the little clamp. Let's see if you can see. Yeah, this guy. So I just took this off, and this just pulls out, and I fit it all the way back through. So that's how I got it back in too, because it is a little difficult to get to that right there. So that's the next stage of solution. So the shim that I made. So I'll show you guys. So this is what it looks like. This is my first attempt. So as you can tell, it's not very thick, but this one I ground down a little too much. I almost dropped it. So I had to make a new one. So in the mount, like if this was the engine, I just slid it in underneath there, and how I did it is I got all the other bolts in first, and then I slid this one. Here, let's get a better shot of this. I slid this one into the in between the block and the mount, and then I put this bolt in and gently tightened it down, and that's how it worked. And in case you guys were wondering, this old mount actually moves a lot more. I can't really do it one-handed, but this might be a good idea. So that moves way more than it should. Like the new mount moves maybe half as much as that, and that's not even like using much force. So definitely a good thing that I replaced that one. I don't know if I went over it, but the little torque mount that I showed on the side is literally just a couple bolts. It really wasn't that hard to get out. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, so I'm gonna mention it now. Just two bolts. I torqued them down to about 44 foot-pounds as well, since they're roughly the same size bolt, if not the exact same size bolt. So yeah, I got everything in. The engine shakes like none. like no shake. Like I am getting nothing out of it. Like I get it to move maybe a little bit, and that's probably I'm probably not able to get to move much because it's brand new. So yeah, that's how you change a couple motor mounts. If you guys want a more detailed instruction on the torque strut, just drop a comment down below, and I will be happy to fill that, or maybe the one underneath the car. If you guys want some insight on that, I'd be happy to provide. But other than that, that's all I've got for you for today's video. I do have a very special upcoming video coming out soon, so hope you guys stay tuned for that. Be sure to like the video, and don't forget to comment what you'd like to see next, and I'll see you guys next time.